This is our vantage point right here in front of the protesters against the president coming here. We're on the corner of Main and 14th Street. I'm told by some of the people who are organizing this rally that they started coming down here around 3:30-ish. There was expected to be about 40 to 50 protesters. This is looking more like a couple dozen people, and we'll show you what they're talking about. They say blessings come in all shapes and sizes, but for some people here in Follinsby, West Virginia, they're coming in the form of a big red box. This is where Scrappy the dog was buried. The only thing that's left now is the empty cement slab where the headstone used to stand and a dip where the coffin is supposed to be. Randy tells me he did some digging and found out there's nothing in here at all. It was a successful rescue mission for the man that lives in this Neff's home behind me. He told 7 News he walked out of his house, across his property and into that white garage right there, and wound up being trapped by storm waters. The crash ended here, 452 Pike Street. This is the former Attention to Detailer auto body shop. I'm told by witnesses that the truck drove straight through the former garage that used to be here on this property. It completely scattered bricks and debris and even car pieces throughout the parking lot. And this whole block smells like barbecue. I'm telling you right now. So if you think that maybe you have the great barbecue recipe, come and take some notes down here at Heritage Port because they really got it going on. I'm going to taste a piece here at Big Pappy's. And Logan, as Trace Atkins would say, it ain't nothing wrong, just getting on your hillbilly boom, ba ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom. Yeah. You can find Gold Star Families Memorial Monuments just like this one all across the Mountain State. And now Ohio County has one of its very own. Drivers have to go on a detour for miles around until they hit County Road 17. Now residents are concerned about access for emergency vehicles. I want to show you some of the action. Things just kicked off at 5 o'clock. They have all their booths and tents set up. They're selling merchandise and spreading awareness for all different forms of cancer down here tonight. And some of those proceeds will go to the American Cancer Society. Folks out in Belmont County, we do want to let you know you guys are in a level 2 snow emergency. That statement was issued earlier this afternoon. So if you're not getting the message, we're literally spelling it out for you right here on the sidewalk. Stay inside, people. Why come out whenever you could be in a nice warm house relaxing? It's just not even, why do it? Affordable self-storage off West 23rd Street in Bel Air is surrounded by 6-foot barbed wire fencing and surveillance cameras strategically placed all over the perimeters. But Friday morning, 2 thieves managed to break away with a hefty amount of stolen items. The storage facility's owner, Rob Galentine, tells me it happened around 6:45 a.m. Friday. He showed me the surveillance video he sent to police. You can see the 2 suspects, one wearing an army fatigue jacket, tan pants, and an orange ski mask. The other hiding his face in a dark hood. Galentine is certain they entered from the woods behind the facility because the portion of now patched fencing that you can see over his shoulder was cut out.
They went through great lengths to get to a specific storage unit.
The lock on that unit had also been clipped. It was being rented by 28-year-old Elsie Warner of Bel Air, who owns Warner Brothers Tree Service. Warner discovered the break-in 3 hours after it happened and reported to Bel Air police that the thieves stole more than $80,000 in cash from a locked filing cabinet inside the unit. Several $1,000s worth of lawn equipment was also reported missing.
I'm a young guy and it was a stupid mistake. That was the most secure place I had.
Paperwork used for booking jobs also gone.
We took out probably 65 or 60 contracts, and 20 of them was filled out for contracts to do.
Warner says the cash reported missing was his entire savings. He has no renter's insurance, and he's counting on tracking these thieves down. And thanks to a stolen photo, Warner has a hunch.
They took a picture that I had of my father that's deceased that was in with my money. Now, if it wasn't someone close that knew my dad, they wouldn't have took that.
Bel Air Police Chief Dick Flanagan tells me police are actively investigating this case. Questioning of possible suspects and all other parties involved will begin soon. The cow's owner says she's been on the loose in Wellsburg for about a week. They've been tracing her steps for several days, and this weekend those traces led to a horrifying discovery. Mike Dilley says he bought his 2-year-old dairy cow, Bitsy, about a year and a half ago. She lived with Dilley's friend, Orville Pratt, off of Black's Hollow Road in Wellsburg. She had everything a cow could ever ask for, roughly 1,000 acres to graze, and a boyfriend, Randy, Orville's dog.
If I'd have known exactly where it was, I could have took Randy up. Randy would have brought that cow home.
Last week, Bitsy left everything behind to explore the world outside of her pen. Dilley admits she's escaped before, but never for this long, and she typically stays pretty close to the property. This time, she broke her M.O., leaving a trail of destruction behind her. Residents in the nearby Hooverson Heights neighborhood told Dilley they saw the runaway cow sipping water out of their swimming pools and gobbling up nearly 40 pounds of chicken feed.
She said she ate the chicken feed. I said, that's great. Not only can she jump, she'll start flying too, you know.
While the cow was at large, Dilley and several community members launched a week-long search. He says they made numerous attempts to lure her back home, but finding her was like searching for a needle in a haystack until Saturday, the case of the missing cow taking a disturbing twist. Bitsy was found shot and killed in the woods nearby. According to the cow's owner, Mike Dilley, Bitsy wasn't far from home whenever she got shot. He says he found her body about a half a mile up the road over a hillside ridden with bullets. We're blurring the images because they're simply too gory to show you, but we will say they show Bitsy was shot in the face several times, her body lying underneath some brush and loose branches. And you won't believe who people are alleging did this. Dilley says his neighbors told him this shooting had something to do with the Brooke County Sheriff's Department. Dilley alleges that he called the department immediately after hearing this. He claims he spoke with the sheriff's deputy at exactly 3:35 p.m. Saturday, and that they allegedly confirmed with Dilley that they are the ones who shot and killed this cow. Dilley says they're also the ones who told him where the cow's body was.
The county sheriff's department shot her. That's all he said. I didn't push for a lot of answers or nothing else. I was just wondering where she's at.
Now, we have made multiple attempts to confirm these allegations with the Brooke County Sheriff's Department themselves. They have not returned our request for comment yet. We will keep working to get their side of the story, and when we find this out, we're going to pass it along. Imagine returning to your home only to witness the unthinkable. Your front doors have been completely blown off of the hinges, windows shattered, and belongings completely covered in brown soot and debris. This is the reality for residents along Weir Avenue in Weirton, Hancock County today, following the explosive demolition of that former Weirton Steel oxygen plant Saturday morning.
I live in Steubenville, and we felt it. All the way in Steubenville.
Layers of brown film now cover the neighborhood of Weir Avenue in Weirton. Clouds of dust gusting off roofs, making the air thick and grainy for people to breathe. Streams of brown debris water flowing downhill as pressure washing trucks were brought in to try and remove some of the film from people's cars and their homes.
What's in it? What's in it?
That mill probably still got asbestos in it.
Residents living within those parameters were ordered to stay inside or leave their properties. Sarah Seiler returned to find her front door blown open. Pictures that had rattled themselves off the walls now scattered throughout her house, and many of her items covered in debris.
It didn't affect anybody, right? They couldn't have it go that way towards Route 2 because God forbid we have to clean off dirt and dust off Route 2. We're going to have it come towards families.
Ricky Thompson lives in this home across the street, right behind the steel property, directly in the line of impact. His home suffered structural damage. Windows are now nothing but shards. His kitchen cabinets even detached from the walls.
All the cancer-causing agents that are flowing around in here and the dust is just so overwhelming that we can't breathe.
Residents tell me Frontier is handling all of the repair costs. They're also footing the bill for hotel stay while these repairs happen, but have not learned of any timeline for how long a full restoration will take. Royce Jones, working for you. Thanks for joining us tonight for 7 News at 6. I'm Royce Jones. We get straight to breaking news. Wheeling police officials have confirmed 2 dead after a semi-truck and an SUV collide on I-470 this evening. Here's video. Shaker said during testimony that opioids are like candy and that 10 or 20 will not hurt you. I need to figure out how we can make a concoction like they did on Frosty Returns. Okay, know your movies, people. Whenever they have the snow melt spray. Wheeling Police Department says this all went down at Max Club on Edgington Lane in Woodsdale. This around 11:30 p.m. Several witnesses who were inside told police this all started as an argument between the male shooter and a group of people. Their water is contaminated with high levels of a chemical substance that's typically used for dry cleaning. I'm not saying I don't pick through my niece's candy basket. That's a different story. Witnesses telling police they saw the homeowner outside with 2 items commonly used to spark fire. Samuel Adams Halloween Brew is scary good. It's so good, it's illegal in 15 states because of its frighteningly high alcohol content. The home overtaken by flames. The homeowner sadly perishing along with it. The man who's been on the run in Belmont County after reportedly nabbing his girlfriend from her apartment building in Bel Air has been found.
We're going to see some snow tomorrow night.
No, not at this desk.
Let her speak. No. Yes, some
I silence you. Well, have a safe and happy Saturday. We'll see you back here at 10 and 11.